Hello, everybody. It's me again, and I, um, I, I just want to talk. I just have some stuff on my mind, and I just want to talk. I kind of feel like, oh, maybe it's just today because it's been raining for like the last 2 days. Like how I feel. I don't know. I don't know if I'm tired. I don't know if I want to stay up. I don't know if I want to read a book or do my nails or clean something. I'm just in a limbo state or whatever you want to call it. And I was talking to my cousin earlier today, and she was feeling the same way. And I just wanted to give my thoughts about the whole TTC journey and my thoughts about it. I know nobody ever said it was going to be easy. Even though you see a lot of people have children and you see the pregnancies and you already have it fixed in your life that one day I'm going to have a baby and that's it and that's all. Um, but nobody said that it could be discouraging. And I know if you read your Bible, we all heard the story of Sarah when she was old and she didn't think she was going to have a child, and she had a child. And it just dawned, I mean, not dawned, but I look back at my past experience and I'm like, okay, at 10 weeks, no heartbeat. At 20 weeks, premature labor. And then before those weeks came, you know, it was the trying to conceive. So, and I'm still not really good like all of the other women on here that know about cycle days 16, 28. And I'm like, what in the world is all of this? And so I'm getting all of these apps on my phone, period tracker, and what to expect and all of this. And I'm going to CVS to, I mean, it's just so much. But anyway, the process is crazy. But then again, the reward is just speechless, I suppose, just priceless. Um, but I was talking to my cousin about this earlier, and I'm sorry, you guys, I'm a little tired, but I just wanted to get this thought out. I mean, the whole process of it is first waiting for ant flow to go away, then waiting for the ovulation, then knowing that your egg only has a particular window to be fertilized, and then you're waiting for that positive test. And then when you're positive and you get that positive, you're a big fat pregnancy, like you're pregnant, you're thinking like, okay, bet I'm in there. But then you have to wait for the heartbeat. And then you have to get past the first trimester. Then you have to get past, and that was the thing with my second pregnancy with Melody. I was like, okay, I'm I'm past my 3 months. I'm in there. It's on and popping. And with my second pregnancy with Melody, I was counting down. Every week was just like a new hurdle. And then it's if that second week, I mean, I know that babies that are premature, they can survive at a certain time, and 20 weeks is just, but it just makes me feel like, whoa, whoa. And it can be discouraging. It can be really discouraging because you're just like, whoa. And I'm a strong person. I mean, I believe that I'm a strong person. And when we first lost our first baby at 10 weeks, immediately I wanted to start again. But it was something about this pregnancy that has me more of I'm still wanting children, and I know we're going to have children, but I'm not so quick, I guess. I'm not afraid, and I guess maybe in a bit I am. I see other people who were pregnant maybe a month behind me, and they're still going along with their pregnancies, and I'm very happy for them. I am. And I pray that they will have a healthy baby. But it's also hurtful. It is hurtful because like at this particular time, I will be 6 months right now, and I'm not. And I've accepted the fact, and I still ponder, I still wonder, and I'm human just like anybody else, but I just realized like it's not just about the pregnancy of being pregnant. It's also of hearing the heartbeat, making sure that the baby is healthy. And I guess that's why I kind of feel a certain way about people in these abortions. I know I said it on my last video. And yeah, I know my videos are long because I talk a lot. But also too, like when there are other, and that's why a lot of women say that they don't feel alone when they see other women who went through those experiences. I would stay up all night long on YouTube and surfing the web of other women who experience what I went through. And I can just sit and I guess to me, because it comforted me so much, if the video was only like 6 minutes long or 7 minutes, I was like, dang. Or, I mean, if I don't even care if it was an hour, I would just sit there because it was soothing to me. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about, today's Saturday and I'm just lounging around and getting ready for bed. And I guess I'm at a point in the time of my life where I want children. I want more children. And I never thought I would look at it that way. I mean, I have tons of nieces and nephews, and I love every last one of them. Babysit every last one of them, you know, change their diapers. I love every last one of them. And when I wanted to have a baby, and I got that positive pregnancy test, I realized this is joy. This is it. This is just, you know, better than anything I can really explain. Um, but now that I see the process in it. It's just not. It's just not. I feel like those 40 weeks are so long. And it's like, yeah, you want the baby, you want to walk around and say, hey, look at my stomach. But if I could snap my fingers, I'll be like, baby in my arms already. It's like so much waiting. And I felt like with my last pregnancy, I felt like it was so far, yet it was getting so close. It felt like after my first trimester, it was going pretty quick, but I kept saying, oh, I can't wait to see you. But then I would be like, no, I can wait, because I just did not want anything to go wrong. And it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. It's one of them things that it will literally mess with your mind, like, God, like really. So I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it and put it out there. I said, okay, starting Monday, I'm going to head to LA Fitness, start doing my juicing routines. Um, I can't say right now that we're trying to conceive, um, but I can't say that I'm not trying. But I'm not a drill sergeant like I was with my daughter, because I was really like, come on, babe, I'm ovulating right now. Like I was going nuts. I can truly honestly say, like, when I remember going to the doctors and she was asking how far along, I knew how far along I was, and I told her, look, this was planned. Like, yeah, this was no accident. So, I'm trying to focus on other things, but it's like I'm still not satisfied until I get a baby in my arms. Um, and there's so many things out here that I could be doing and that I am doing, but it's playing in the back of my mind. I don't know if my biological clock is tap dancing or what. And I'm 31, and I even asked my doctor. I said, "Is it because I'm getting up there?" He said, "Oh no, you're young." So, but I mean, I want a baby. I want a child. I want to be able to hear crying at night. I don't care. I tell my husband, I don't care if that baby cries all night long. And he said, I'm going to hold you to that. I said, watch. And I used to, maybe 2 kids or 3. Well, a long time ago, I said I wanted 10. But I was really young then. But I can take 10 now. I don't know. I want children. I want lots of children. And I want a big family. I want to experience that. And I've partially experienced it with my nieces and nephews. I've been in their life since they were newborns and helped raise some of them. And now they're getting big, and I just want my own baby. And I know I have 2 children that are in heaven, and I thank God for that. But it's nothing like your own. It's nothing like feeling a kick or a move. And I guess I was so, I was never been pregnant, never felt the baby move that, you know, I remember when I was having these labor pains in which I didn't know they were labor pains. And I was all like, oh, Melody, what are you doing down there? And the whole time my baby was stuck somewhere trying contractions, and I didn't know. I was just, even when it was hurting and I didn't know I was having labor pains, I associated them with kicks or movements, or she's twirling around or whatever. And my doctor told me, not to look at the internet, when you feel things like that, to call in. And I know that now. I know that now. Um, but I just wanted to talk about that, the process of having a baby. I mean, trying to conceive. I mean, the last time when we conceived, I think we did it differently because it said that I conceived on a particular day. Like, I'm gonna just give you a number, maybe the 4th, and we were baby dancing from the 4th on to whatever every other day. But this particular time, I did it before the 4th, and after that, we got a positive pregnancy. So how would I feel about being pregnant again? Well, first, I would be happy. Well, then it's always that going to the appointment and seeing if it has a heartbeat. And with Melody, when I saw, I thought that when the technician, when she was searching, and I thought she wasn't going to find anything, and I was like, oh gosh. But there she was, just looked like a little blob. And I was looking like, wow, I can see it. And the technician said, would you like to hear the heartbeat? And I was like, a heartbeat? Because if baby Hans didn't have a heartbeat. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's just beyond the pregnancy of getting in that plus sign. It's hearing the heartbeat, making sure everything is right and that the baby's growing on time. Then getting past the second trimester. And I see a lot of women on here that found out they didn't have a heartbeat. So it's just being prayed up the whole pregnancy. And I know that it's going to happen. I'm trusting in God. But I'm human. These are just things that I think and about the whole process of it. So I just wanted to talk about that. And, you know, I'm not as quick to go into things like I'm like I used to be, I guess. Some things can change you, and it can be in a great way. And I'm not giving up. But right now, it's time for, and it should always be this way, but just need to eat healthy. I can truly honestly say I lost a lot of weight when Melody was born. I think I couldn't eat anything, and I have to remind myself throughout the day. I'll wake up in the morning, and I may get some coffee, and the next thing you know, it's like 8, 9 o'clock, and I'm realizing I didn't eat today, or I'm shaking, and I'm like, why am I feeling this way? It's because I didn't eat today. And sometimes I sit and I'm in thought, and I have to be I'm drawn to the word, and I need to like hear God's voice and direction just to get that comfort and and just trust in Him. Um, I bought some picture frames for our nursery for our baby when we have our baby. Um, and I say this to a lot of my friends and even my husband that the day we have our baby and I am in that delivery room, I am going to be praising God so hard. I'm going to be praising God so hard that I can see the staff right now. Like, really? And it reminds me because Melody when she was being born, I was so upset and praising, so upset and praying at the same time. And I knew I was going to have a natural birth. I didn't think it was going to be, 20 weeks earlier. But I remember the nurse saying, we're going to give you an epidural. I looked at her and I said, what am I going to need an epidural for? And I didn't mean to be that way, but I had already planned that I was going to go natural. And I was so hurt at that time that my hurt was greater than my labor pains. Like my feelings were just greater than that. That when and I could look back at it, and I know she was like, goodness. I looked at her, I said, like, what are you going to give me that for? Like, really? But anyway, these are just thoughts that was going through my mind, the process. And on a good note, when you realize you went through that process, you'll be so grateful. Some people think they take pregnancy for granted. Like, they take it so for granted. Like, having babies, like, it ain't nothing. And I see a lot of women that's trying to conceive, and best of luck. Baby dust, baby wishes that God is going to bless you with a child, just like He's going to bless me and my husband with a bunch of babies. A bunch of babies. I said, I don't care if I have to be pregnant 5 years straight. But then let me, look, let me watch myself, because God will be like, oh, really? But no, this was just my thought. I'm in a state of mind right now where I'm just like, don't know what to do. Don't know what to do in this beautiful house with a bunch of rooms, and longing for children. And I know that's going to happen. And I'm just going to be patient about it. Um, so since the loss of since Melody went home to be with the Lord, about maybe about a week and a half ago, I stopped bleeding. Um, so I am waiting for Aunt Flo to come back, and I'm just gonna see how it goes. We're not, how can I say it? I'm not planning it in such a way right now where I'm getting ovulation predictors and oh Lord, I'm tired. Ovulation predictors and pregnancy tests. But I'm not gonna stop. Like, if me and my husband are intimate or whatever like that, I'm not gonna use any protection, because it's like, you know, for what? We want a baby anyway. And I'm just, gonna give myself, I don't know if y'all can understand what I'm saying or not. I've seen women who lost a baby at 20 weeks and they waited a year later. And that's all well fine and good. I've heard people who got pregnant right away. One of my nurses, that when I was in the hospital, when she lost her son at 40 weeks because he didn't have a heartbeat, she got pregnant right away. And I asked her, did you plan? She said it wasn't even planned. So I'm just going to go with the wind. I'm just going to be in my little boat and just go wherever the river takes me. And if a baby comes from that, then hey. But I am going to give it some time before I start doing the whole ovulation and all of this other stuff. Because I don't want to feel like I can't replace both of my children, because they're still my children and they are alive. They're not in the flesh, but I am still on that Melody. I'm still on her so hard, and I love both of them so much. I always catch my left hand, tell my babies I love them. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at a, I don't know. Um, so maybe you're at the same place too. I am beyond this. I will say this go around. I don't really feel like, when I see pregnant women, I used to turn away from them or look the other way. But I don't. I embrace it more. I think it's just beautiful. And even babies and newborns. And I'm like, oh, I embrace it even more. Um, my first pregnancy loss, I didn't want to, if I saw a pregnant woman, I would look the other way. Or, um, congratulations to everyone who had their children. But it was a big sadness that went over me. But I'm like, shoot, I got children too. Even though they're not here, but I got babies too. But yeah. So I don't want this video to be too long, because y'all know I can keep talking. So I just wanted to post that on um, the process of having a baby, and sometimes you really look at it like that would never happen to me, and then you become one of the statistics, I suppose. But then I've decided to allow what I went through to use it as a testimony. I'm human just like everybody else. A mother that's longing to have a baby, to longing to have a baby, a living baby that will be healthy, that you can watch grow. And that's how I feel. So this is just one of my feelings, I suppose. So let me know what y'all think.